Other Bill.
Here we go, Bill. Bill with one L.
Oh,
All right.
That one's cold. That one's nice and cold.
You know,
Here we go.
Are we still on?
Bring that chair over here so we can get you in the shot.
Are you okay, Patrick Keene? Are you safe?
Yeah, I think
All right.
we're tucked in nicely. We're tucked in nicely.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right there, Herb.
Share.
Perfect. Right
Bill
there.
and I can share, Mike.
Do you want this on video, this phone? Because it's on photo right now. Do you want it on video?
Yeah, put it on video. Can you do that?
Yeah.
So I can't see it.
And start it?
Yep, start.
Should I clap? Should I clap?
There it is.
You want me to move in toward?
No, because I'm just really
Okay, there.
I'm white
Everybody's
enough.
in.
You are with the three whitest.
Are we on?
Most pale fucking.
We are on. We're rolling, and rolling.
I'm sure we've been rolling this
What?
whole time. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pod Brother Show here at the Irish Import on Vine Street. We just finished doing a fabulous set at Bill Devlin's Comedy and Cocktail. Bill, how are you? I mean, first of all, happy pre-Irish, happy pre-St. Patty's Day.
Thank you. We've been trying to do this for a year, and good mic.
Oh, you're good?
No, I said good. You're doing it good. I feel no, so we tried to do this show a year ago. Where's the camera? Where's the folks? So there they all are out.
Where's the camera? There's 8 of them.
I know. That's why I don't know
Pick
where to
one.
look. Oh, that's perfect. That's a mountain. Anyway, so here's the deal. We tried to do this show a year ago, and COVID hit, and we had to cancel it. And now here we are back. We got Kevin Nealon came down, Bill Dwyer, Patrick Keene, all the other comedians, and it was a great show. We had a lot of fun tonight.
It was cool, man. It was fun.
Because you're in a sports.
I'm in the ref shirt.
I feel like it was a great show. We did good, coach.
Yeah, we got the triple.
It was, we did good.
Yeah, we should be sitting here with our shirts off, like athletes do. Like if I was an athlete, I would never put my shirt on. It's like every interview. Like why? Yeah, let me shower. They sit in front of their locker, and they used to just have their dongs hanging out, I think. But why would you put your shirt on if you're an athlete? I'm elite. Why would you put a shirt on?
You'd be at the Ralph's in the self-checkout with just your abs hanging out.
Yeah, something. I'd be showing that off all the time.
But yeah, it was a great show, wasn't it, guys?
It was good.
Keene was delightful. I love Keene's got the great line. There's a difference between headlining and being last.
I mean, all you guys are funny, man. You have some great stuff. Bill, I met you. You guys were talking about first of all, where did you two meet? You and
Keene?
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about this at some bar in Orange County.
Yeah, we were at the Detroit bar in Costa Mesa, and Bill, I was opening for Bill or whatever, going up before him, and had a lot of friends there because I grew up there, so a lot of friends were on hand. And I was trying to tell a story about a recent visit to Ireland that just didn't end, and it just winded and winded, just and you can't get off. You're almost hypnotized in your own story, and you're like, where do I get off? And just it never. The merry-go-round never comes around back to where you got on, and so you stay on it, and it's
You're
endless.
just at the top swinging.
And you're just and finally I got off, and Bill just gets on right away, and he's like, boy, did you guys enjoy Patrick's story about Ireland? Yeah, neither did I. And the crowd you had them. And half the crowd was my friends, and they were dying.
I think that was when you wrote in my notebook, because I made the mistake of leaving my notebook open when I went up on stage, and I think Pat wrote, "We should never leave this place."
I think it's called the Wayfarer now. It's in Costa Mesa. My buddy owns it, actually, from high school, Sean Stevenson. But anyway,
So yeah,
going to get married there.
so that's how we ran into each
Yeah,
other.
that's how we met. That's like 15 years ago, probably, or 13 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
I met you on Last Comic Standing. I was the warm up. I was the audience warm up, and
oh my gosh,
they told me I spent like 2 weeks dusting off like old jokes because I knew I had to be like doing this thing for like 8 hours.
yeah.
And like literally, like 2 seconds before I went on, they were like, "Oh, by the way, we don't want you to do any jokes because we don't want your jokes to step on any of the comics jokes. So we need you to just do improv to the audience all day and like keep them engaged, keep them energized." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I have done a warm up, and you think I'd be good at it. I'm gregarious. I'm nice. I smile. I like people, but I'm not good at it. And I did it for an MTV show, Chris Hardwick's first show. I think it was called Trash. I think it was called. And I remember they would bus in kids, right? And so nobody knew who Chris Hardwick was. They weren't excited to be there. And they couldn't care less about the warm up. And then one of the chaperones says to me, because I'm dying, she goes, "I'm hungry. Well, are you going to give us some food?" I go, no, there's no food. She goes, "I want pizza." And then she, as an adult, starts chanting, "Pizza, pizza, pizza." Everybody starts chanting pizza. It's like, what are you doing to me? The adult does this. The kids just quietly not enjoyed. But this adult...
Quietly not enjoyed.
Yeah. They're just quietly hating me, but this adult has to demand... Because all I wanted was because I never got good at it, but like when you watch like warm-ups, a lot of them, did they give you any candy to throw?
No, that's the thing. Like, they gave me nothing. And had I known, I would have prepared, like, dating game skits and getting married and hooking people up and trivia and a whole bunch of non-stand-up stuff. Challenges, states versus other states on all kinds of stupid little shit. And I could have prepared, like, a ton of that stuff. I got thousands of that.
Right. But so...
But I'm thinking,
sounds like my gig, yeah.
I'm thinking they want me to do stand up because it's Last Comic Standing. They want me to do funny, but no, they didn't want me to do any jokes.
But that would have been infuriating. Like if you done, like that's the thing. Like if you're a comic and you come up with a joke, right? Like I've done jokes. Right, like I had one of the, and I didn't take it from anyone, and I know others haven't taken anything from me. But I had a joke, I've been sober for 45 days, not in a row. And you're a comic, you're like, I'm a fucking genius, Oh, I can't believe it! I wrote this great joke. And then I see, Ant do it on TV. I was like, oh, I can't do that joke anymore. And then somebody else does it. And how many guys did I'd make a bong out of anything. I was like MacGyver. Oh, man. Because if you just write a joke, anybody can do it, I mean, anybody, and good for you, but it's just a joke. We have similar thoughts.
Yeah, and some jokes do write themselves, and a couple guys can grab them at exactly the same time.
I just did a Zoom show, and another comic, after he went on after me, he's like, "Hey, thanks a lot, Bill. I guess I can't do my 99.9% of germs killed joke because I did the same. I did a, and mine was, finish the job." That was my joke, and it's a good joke, but it's easy. It's easy. If you write a joke, that's how you come up with it, and other people can do it. Yeah. That's why Richard Pryor will never be copied, because you couldn't do he didn't do jokes. Yeah.
It's a whole new. So, what do you think comedy is today, like stand up?
Are we gonna go there? I'm not going there.
Yeah,
I'm not going there. What? Keene? What is comedy today?
I mean, I don't know.
It's just like what it was before.
What's the meaning of life? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think I think there's commercial comedy. I think comedy and funny nowadays seem to be two different things. Like, you watch some of these shows and it's like, okay, this is good-looking people that are goofy. This isn't funny. This isn't comedy. It's like, it's good-looking, manicured, content that's funny enough. But I mean, that's why Ricky Gervais can come in and do the Golden Globes and knock it out of the park, because America's so up its own ass and so uptight.
But I can't stand. I don't think Ricky. I think Ricky Gervais is so full of himself as a stand-up.
Whether he is or not. Whether he is, all these people, the show business is filled with that. But he can come on and deliver, whereas everything else is so divisive. And this guy's doing comedy just for a CNN audience. This guy's doing comedy just for an MSNBC or for Fox or for just the road. But he can come in and he moves the needle, I think.
But don't you think that's because he's not from America and
he's able to get away with it more?
He's able to get away with it more because you aren't part of the American fabric, the culture and the altar culture that make people be hypersensitive about every little thing.
Perhaps. I mean, when Conor McGregor, after one of his fights, who was he fighting that he said, who was the boxer that he fought? Conor McGregor fought a boxer.
You're talking about
Mayweather,
yep.
And afterwards he said, I made him a Latin fighter tonight or something. He said that about some fight. And there's no way an American, especially a white American fighter, could have said that.
I don't even get it. I don't get it.
I didn't understand the reference, of course, but he's being Irish, he's European. Like, there's more freedom, weirdly, of speech in European countries, I think, sometimes.
Well, let's go. We gotta go to Turkey. We gotta go become.
But don't you think we still?
Turkey.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I mean, we still have freedom of speech and we still can say what we want. We're just a little bit more gun shy about doing it because the repercussions and the cancel culture is a little bit more active now. Used to be people would watch your show and if they didn't agree with some of your jokes, they kind of shrugged it off and been like, well, I really wasn't feeling that material, but he was pretty funny overall. And I did like this joke. He was funny here, but that wasn't that funny. And people could leave the show with a sense of, okay, I throw this one away, keep this one, now it's just like, cancel culture wants to fire you.
I didn't enjoy every joke.
They want your head on a spike.
Right. Well, I didn't enjoy every joke. I think the currency is in, I was offended, I can report this, and I will be held in higher esteem. That's the currency, not, my mind was expanded. I enjoyed it. It goes further to be able to say, to be Gestapo-like instead of enjoying a show.
You two. Listen to you two.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
It's just the fact that people can do that if they want to, but it doesn't mean you're canceled. So you tell
But that's my point. My point is we're supposed to have freedom of speech and say whatever we want. It's just people are supposed to have enough critical thinking to accept some stuff and throw away some stuff and just still be okay.
Yeah, but maybe the joke blew. Maybe it was a terrible joke. We'll never. Oh man, that audience is so uptight. Yeah, maybe you were bad tonight. Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
You ever think about that?
Yeah.
Maybe you're terrible.
Impossible.
Yeah. You ever say that to somebody? Oh, that audience is tight. Well, you're terrible.
I tell you, I have. I had a buddy come off stage once, and I was like, don't worry about it, man. They're awful. And he's like, what? Did I do bad? And I was like, oh, he thinks. I was like, oh, no, you're good. And he's like, well, why did you say that? And I was like, oh, no reason. But just the disconnect is.
Well, that's the thing. I used to not get invited sometimes back to clubs, and I thought I did great. But there's a higher bar. If you're headlining, it's like you're bringing them home. There's a reason you're headlining.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you gotta bring them home, and I thought I was.
I never have. I
didn't
never
realize it was.
But there's also some shows.
People would go home though.
I sent them home. I didn't bring them home.
I mean, there's some shows.
Bring it home, them home. Sent them.
I owned a comedy club on the Queen Mary, which is how the Last Comic Standing got to the Queen Mary.
Oh, bad idea.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Not your comedy club, but just the Queen, having the Last Comic Standing on the Queen Mary was a bad idea.
I tell you, if that ship's still afloat after stand-up comedy shows,
you could see the black mold creeping up on you while you slept.
Christ.
No, that's an old ship. It was very moldy. Man. It was very moldy.
Are you kidding me?
William Randolph Hearst, his dream was just as long as they don't have stand-up comedy.
His dream was to kill comedy in the early 2000s.
But I had a comedy club on that ship, and I had a contract with the Queen Mary that the early show needed to be clean, no blue language, and then the late show you could say and do whatever you want. And you'd be surprised when you tell comics that, hey, no blue language, keep it clean. That is the dinner show. People dress up. Sometimes they bring their kids, and they come in, look you in the face, and be like, "Yeah, cool," and then get on that show and be like, "Yeah, I'm fucking 2 nuns in the ass." It's like, didn't I just tell you?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're done. Now you're done.
Where does that joke go anyway? Because I want to know.
I just want to see the middle part.
Also,
Right.
fucking
Was that the punchline? Was that the punchline or the setup? Where's that going?
That's really specific. More than one, and you picked a specific region.
Yeah.
And a type of
Man.
woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny when and then they say, "Oh, freedom of speech." It's like, well, no, contractually, it was said. I mean, even Doug Stanhope will say, "Look, the contract was for you to be clean."
Well, that's
You had to
what
be
I was.
clean.
I mean, my contract was to be clean on the at the
Yeah.
8 o'clock show.
Yeah.
So I literally was under contract with the Queen Mary, and I had to do some disciplinary actions for anybody who breached that, so that I wouldn't lose my contract.
Yeah, as well you should. Yeah.
So it was just like, some guys just really aren't professional. They're not.
Right.
It's not. They're not even trying to go for the funny. They just want to go for the rebellion part of the comedy.
Well, doing dirty jokes is a difficult thing. To do great dirty jokes is difficult.
Well, who was the best? Schimmel? Was he the best at that? Like, they were tight, and you're like, oh, these are dirty. But they were
Schimmel was great.
But they were so tight and so good. It was almost like Seinfeld with the language and
who does it great now? Big guy. Oh, he's so funny. His dirty jokes are great. I mean, Stanhope doesn't do dirty jokes. He just
he's Lenny Brew. He's a lot of things.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. What was the question again? We were talking about who does dirty jokes. No, the thing is, I have a couple of jokes where I have to say fuck because it just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Because that's the word that helps make it funny. But the other stuff doesn't have to be. But also, you can have a PG movie and you can say fuck once in it. Like, why?
Can you really?
Why is it? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, remember watching Anchorman?
Okay.
A PG-13 movie, I guess. You can say fuck once. Like, they came up with this, like, okay, this will work, and it's PG-13. And if you go to a club where they say no swear words, the audience, if you fucking let a swear word slip like I just did, they're like,
once or twice in an hour show, sure.
Gotcha!
Sure.
It's such a moment for them. They crack up.
If you look at once or twice an hour show, it's perfect. You've withheld it. If you look at, let's say, Pryor, Carlin, Bill Hicks, they were funny before they were dirty. You know what I mean? They were funny, and then they evolved into not even dirty for dirty's sake, but just they opened it up.
But here's the thing. I mean, if you took all of the blue language out of their show, it still was funny and still was entertaining.
True. Good point.
So when you have that kind of funny and you sprinkle in blue language in, and it's funny even when you pull it out, because some people you pull it out and they're not funny at all.
They're done. Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah.
Is this becoming like a TED's talk, like the three of us? Is this
It feels
becoming? Is that
pretty
what this
creepy.
is?
This is some basement.
This is
Yeah.
Well,
three of us talking comedy.
do you want to get to?
There's a couple other comics I want to
let's
get on.
talk to them. Yeah, get them on here. Thank you for having us.
Wait,
Yeah.
don't leave. I want to let people know where we can find you guys.
Well, we're in the parking lot on Vine and Melrose
Yeah.
We can find you in the Thai massage
for another
parlor.
half hour.
No, I'll be there. Catch.
I'll be home battling loneliness.
Where are you, Bill? Where are you?
Where can we find you? Like
I'm
on the
doing
web.
I don't know when this is airing, but I'm headlining a Zoom show at Flappers next weekend on the 20th, on March 20th. And then I go to Lincoln, Nebraska, April 9th and 10th.
Where can we find you online?
I guess on Instagram or Twitter, Bill Dwyer, BIL, DWYER.
I love the 1L.
So stupid.
Patrick, where can we find you?
I have a podcast called Keene on Things. Keene, like my name's Keene.
Yep.
Keane, Keene on Things. And then Keene of Comedy on Instagram and all the other things.
Nice.
Thanks for having us.
You can find me at podbrother.com or podbrothernation.com, where I meet here on the mic kicking it up with my comedy bros. Thanks a lot, Bill, for coming,
Thanks,
hanging
Steven.
out. Patrick,
Yeah,
always
thanks,
a
brother.
pleasure.
Oh, love you
All
guys.
right, we'll see you around the corner.
That's how long a podcast should be.
Absolutely.
That's it.